No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel. No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back. Hope you guys have an amazing morning. Had a great day today. And I am going to share some of this with y'all today. I'm going to share y'all some stories. I'm going to share what happened today. At the same time, we're going to talk about this little issues, a little tidbit that we got. You know what I mean? So I know y'all really don't want to see my beautiful face, but that's what you're finna see right now. We back. All right. So listen, man, there are some things that's been going on, and I want to educate some of my people. A lot of my people that rock out, I mean, you know, we be joking. They be joking and stuff like that. And put the candle. We can get some good energy going right now. I have some good people, man. They be joking and laughing and making little jokes. Bro, you be outside, bro. You know, black people don't do stuff like this. It's just don't do that, bro. I feel like I officially lost my black card, and I'm all right with that. But I'm gonna educate our people today. I'm gonna educate you guys. It's gonna be funny. It's also going to be some stuff that you ain't never heard of, I'm pretty sure. And the individuals that be watching the content, yo, I rock with y'all because y'all be making me laugh, man. I know you be like, that boy really be out there. He be out there in the woods. And sometimes I really be in the parks. Sometimes I just be down the block, down the road, and I just be, getting to it, clearing my head, doing what I'm supposed to do. But there are individuals out here that feel like we shouldn't be out here. Now, I'm not so much going to the pulling the race card thing here, but what we are going to do is kind of give y'all a little insight on how and where this idea that black people ain't supposed to be doing some of these things that we're doing, like i.e. going outside. That's why I put the title on here, Embracing the Great Outdoors. When you hear somebody say that, most of the time the first thing you are thinking of a Caucasian individual. And I get it. I understand. You're probably thinking about the mountaineer guys up there getting their moonshine kicked off, long beards. You ain't thinking nothing like us. You ain't really seeing no chocolate in there. You ain't really seeing, an herbal essence of individuals in the space. And I get that. I understand that. But we're going to clarify some things today. I'm going to drop some history on you guys. But while you are watching, while you're tapping in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. Because I promise you, a few of the individuals out here probably have never heard of these individuals before. And if you have, I give you your flowers, your kudos, shout out to you. And after this live, you still feel like we shouldn't be out here, you just might be ashamed of who we are. All right. But with that being said, let's just get into this and welcome back to Military Veteran Point of View. I am your host inside. I'm gonna start saying that. I forgot, while I'll be doing these things, I'll be forgetting that I'm supposed to be saying stuff like that. So there you go. There you have it. I am your host inside. And you want to know where the inside came from? Everything starts from within inside, and we bring it from the outside. All right. So inside likes to be outside. Now, I used to be outside in the streets. Now, when I say that, I mean out there promoting and locking in with individuals and things like that. But now I am outside doing the stuff you see right here. So, and I found a dope location, and this is actually connected to one of the spots that I just recently started doing some hammock camping in. Shout out to Angel, because she's the one that put me on the spot. Right. So I got to doing a little exploring, right? And this is how we came about this whole conversation. Okay. So I was doing a little exploring, and then, for those that's been watching my content and y'all ever seen those videos of me walking with the kiddos, I don't always stay on the path. I can walk the path, the trail that's made for you to walk on. But there are times I'm like my kids, or my kids are like me. I end up kind of veering off. Like, you know what? I really don't want to be walking by nobody. Let me just go this way, and I'll bust the right or I bust the left, and then I just start exploring just to see what I find. Once I start seeing like trees wrapped with little tape, or if I start seeing like some barbed wire fences or things like that, okay, maybe I went too far and I don't want to really trespass on anybody's property. All right, but today I was in an actual safe area, right? And when I'm out here doing these things and I got that ruck on and I'm out there pumping, sweating, doing my thing, and people see me hanging up the hammock, or they may see me out here taking a break and I'm bending down and I got this big letter opener on me, quote unquote, and they see me with the big military rucksack. And the first thing I know they're thinking is like, it's got to be something wrong with this dude. What's wrong with this guy? You just don't really see a lot of us out here doing the things that I'm doing. Although there are a lot of us out here, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So we got to go back in time. We got to go back in time before we start getting on our people that believe this little idea that Black people don't do stuff like this, right? You don't see a lot of us out here hammock camping. You don't see a lot of us out here carrying a rucksack unless we was in the military or something like that. You just don't see it. But there are a lot of groups out here that do this. You don't see it because you're not really looking for it. You're not really paying attention to it, right? Most of the time when you see a brother walking down the street and he's walking pretty far, you probably think he's homeless. Maybe. I don't know. But or maybe, or maybe he missed his bus, or maybe his car broke down. He got to walk, go get some gas or something. But barring those little ideas y'all be having, we really are out here doing this. So let's go ahead and let's drop a little history. Let's drop on where this idea that Black people don't do this, right? Now, that statement that Black people do not participate in outdoor things and events, that's a big stereotype. While demographic status or demographic data, I was about to say status. I did say status because people kind of want to put stuff on us, right? Right. So demographic data shows lower representation in certain activities in the back countries from African American, although that may be true, right? But it has been shown and proven, even when we talk about the Underground Railroad, you have to learn how to navigate. You have to know how to get around spots. Land nav didn't just start in the military. If you don't know what land nav is, do your own research. Go a little deeper than that. All right. But okay, Black people to avoid the outdoors is rooted in the historic trauma and systematic barriers that was given. You think about this now, our history does not just start in slavery time, but this statement, this idea that we don't go outside, we don't do the outdoors, is because of that. Like, why would I want to go back to these fields? Why want to go back to these woods? And we finally broke away from that. And obviously that type of idea carries over. And over time, we know what happens with these ideas, these stories and stuff. It kind of broadens and be like, yeah, just let you know, brother, we don't do that. We don't go back to the fields. We don't go back to the fields. That is where this comes from, right? But there are some individuals I'm gonna talk about today that you may be surprised to hear. What's good with y'all, brothers? What's good with my vets? What's good with y'all, man? And it's a little education for you guys too, because I'm talking about some soldiers in here. All right, so that's where that comes from, right? But there are a lot of organizations out here. There's a lot of communities out here that are really doing this, right? Especially here's one that you probably never heard of, but it's actually out here and it's one of the biggest. Melanated Base Camp Highlighting. These guys do trips all around the world about hiking and outdoor stuff. I mean, this is literally what they do. That's what this was created for. And you can go check them out at www.outdoorafro.com, right? And you'll see a lot of us out here doing the things that y'all see me doing and more, right? And the reason I said and more, I'm leading up to the individuals I'm about to talk about right here, because I was even shocked when I found out about some of these individuals, right? And I'm going to name one right here, and this is for my veterans and everybody else out here. Colonel Charles Young. Have you ever heard of him? You ever heard of Colonel Charles Young? You should definitely look him up. All right, Colonel Charles Young from 1864 to 1922. Why am I going back so far, bro? Why you got to go back so? Before we can talk about the issues that we're dealing with today, as a lot of people on these shows do, they talk about what we're dealing with today, but we never dig up where it started from, right? So Colonel Charles Young, 1864 to 1922, a trailblazer military officer and the first African American to serve as a national park superintendent, managing California General Grant National Park. He also, here's the thing, he also commanded the famous segregated Buffalo Soldiers. Have you ever heard of Buffalo Soldiers? Anybody heard of the Buffalo Soldiers? Have you ever heard of the Buffalo Soldiers? If you never heard about the Buffalo Soldiers, you need to do your research. See, just because you don't look like me, act like me, I don't know, be like me, don't mean you shouldn't research other people's cultures. You should do it, all right? So the Buffalo Soldiers, very powerful story. So when you get that statement, black people don't do stuff like that, you're crazy. Everything that we touch, everything that we end up getting into, we either make it better, we enhance it mentally wise, athletically wise, we put style on things, so when you say this thing, and I get it, some people's minds only work on certain levels, so they only can go so high up on the knowledge chain, right? So they only can do what the public scrutiny says do. Whatever popular people say do, this is what they do. Bob Marley, Buffalo Soldier. All right, but you gotta go even deeper. Go deeper. That's a great song, though. That's a great song. But Buffalo Soldiers really was some brothers out here doing some phenomenal things. And when you always hear that statement, you always hear that statement, man, the brother was ahead of his time. That comes from us. Ahead of his time. We do things that breaks the barrier of where they try to place us, where they want to keep us at, right? And a lot of people's heritage is like this, not just ours. All cultures are like this, right? There's another brother out here that we're going to talk about, Mr. Moore. And this guy is recent, still living to this day, by the way, still mind you, living to this day. For them young cats out there that be laughing at me, you get your laugh on. Put your own something today, right? Mr. Moore was the founder of the Soul Track Outdoors, one of the biggest nonprofits based out of DC. They have climbed mountain peaks. All right, so when I was telling y'all I want to do those 2,000 steps going out that way towards Colorado, I am still going to do that. Trust me, it is in the works. That is going to happen. So I'm just giving y'all some little ideas and before we get too deep in the conversation, I want to give y'all a couple of facts, a little history before we talk about this, right? Have you ever heard of the Planet Walker? Yeah, somebody called the Planet Walker, Johnson Francis. It's a guy called Planet Walker, right? He's an environmentalist, right? He literally walked across the United States to protest oil spills for 22 years. Damn it, man. And he also, let's not forget this. There's some real sauce. Y'all ever hear people like, man, that mug over there need to shut the hell up. All right, this dude did that. He literally did that. He took a vow of silence for 17 years. You can't get a person shut up for 5 minutes. But I got a list. I got a list of individuals that have done some things right now. Right now, today, there's a brother right now today. He actually just got pulled over by police officers. But they ended up letting him go, but it became a big thing, right? This guy is walking across the United States walking with this buggy, and he's making content of him walking with the buggy thing. And everybody's starting to support him. You guys remember the Buddhist people that was doing that? Remember they were doing the walking across and they protest. This is how people used to protest, right? But we have a deep history in being out in the woods, doing outdoor stuff. Do you not know we have shown a lot of people how to grow things? It wasn't just the Indians. We show people how to grow things, right? You know, there's a lot of stuff that we have created out here that helps people survive outside in the outdoors. We have literally turned dry, crappy land into rich soil. So when you make that statement, oh, black people don't do stuff like this, you're crazy. You know, especially when it comes to some of the extreme sports, right? And we're breaking those barriers to this day. It was a time when you did not have a lot of us into the NASCAR. You ever heard of NASCAR? You know how NASCAR started? NASCAR started with them running the booze, the moonshine, the other than holy water. That's where it started from. That's where it started from, right? That's where it started from, right? Okay, Phil Henderson, not Henderson's chicken. Phil Henderson. He's a mountaineer. Remember earlier I was talking about, every time you hear people talking about mountaineers and people with the long beards, you think they all the way out there in Virginia eating people, those type of people. First thing come to your mind, right? But here's a mountaineer that looks like me, right? Out here doing this thing. He led the first all-Black American expedition all the way to Mount Everest, the Great Smoky Mountains, all the way up to Mount Everest. Martin Lawrence wasn't the first one to come up with the Himalaya. The Himalayas. He wasn't the first one to come up with these things. People get some of these jokes and stuff from a lot of the history. That's why I say you got to do history before you open your mouth and start talking about what our people don't do. Got to do a little research. You got to do a little history on what's going on out here, right? And what's so sad is modern television, okay, is kind of like the thing that, well, now you got social media now, so you won't know unless you're searching for it. Like on TV, you only got certain channels. Back in the day, you only got like 5 or 6 channels. So you only can see certain things. You saw Lone Ranger, i.e. he was actually black. You know, here we go. I don't want to go too far. But when I hear that and people like, and I can show y'all some comments in my DM, like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you even out here? That don't even make sense. Why? Bro, you can do other things. Man, you could be going back out. You can go back outside and promote and like you was doing. I'm like, I could, but it's so much safer out here in the wilderness. And I really mean that. Every day you hear somebody being unalive, somebody getting ran over, somebody doing the ultimate thing of taking their lives all the time. You know how many clubs I used to go to? A whole lot. Parties, a whole lot. It only takes one little incident for something to pop off. You know, in these woods, you respect nature, nature will respect you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You don't bother it, it ain't going to bother you. You go to a club, you just walk through the club. You ain't even bother nobody. You could be the issue just because you look good or just because you know a certain people. I feel more safer in the woods and being outside than I am in the clubs. So when you say this, idea of our people don't our people don't do that. That lets me know I don't need to be around you. I don't need to associate with you. You like pain, anger. You want to. You like stress. I go to the woods. I embrace the outdoors because it's stress free. That's why I do it. It's my everyday vacation. Yeah. Don't cost me a thing. I get my happy-go-lucky ass up, you know what I mean, and step out that door and get to walking. You know what I mean? I was talking about that in the video I recorded today. And I was saying, most people spend a lifetime looking for a place of peace when all they got to do is walk outside. You'll spend $3,000-$4,000 on a vacation and the same. Okay, let me say that. I've never took a cruise. I've never been on a cruise in my life before, right? Never been on a floating city before, right? Never been on a cruise. So I'm finna spend this type of money to go on a cruise, and I get it, have a good time, da 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 da. But like the old man told me before, the same thing you can do there, you can do at home. Well, what do you mean? Like you people go on vacation because they hate the job they got. You need a break away from the norm. That's what a vacation is. A break from the norm. My break from the norm is going out here. Now, especially when some of the people that knew me from constantly being out promoting, doing all that, when they start seeing the video clips and the posts of me out there in the woods, and especially when wintertime was coming out, because I would stay out all night. I would stay out all night, and then I'll come back early in the morning from just out there hammock camping. They'll see that and be like, bro, your bro must be really depressed. No, I'm quite happy. I'm really actually pretty good. I'm really actually at peace. Why is it bothering you? It's so, be it that it may. I enjoy what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. I feel it's safer. I feel I educate my kids on survival techniques, then teaching them how to crack the next 40. And when I mean that, that's kind of like a play in words, crack the next 40 or crack the next 40. Either way it goes, it's the same thing, right? My kids now, they want to go outside. You know that little thing they be saying now, like, man, people just don't go outside no more. When I hear that, I'll be like, bro, what are you talking about? You just got on me about going outside in the wilderness. Oh, you mean going outside playing in the yard? Yeah. It used to be at a time where your parents would kick you out. Yeah, man, you ain't come back into life. You need to go play outside. You need to be outside. You need to be outside. What happened to that? Now, this idea that our people don't do this, I can show you ample amount of videos of a lot of brothers and sisters out here that are making a living just making content, going outside. It's true. You can see it every day. Every day I hear Angel telling me something about somebody getting shot or somebody done did this, hanging out in an apartment, hanging out there. The recent one, the brothers that was at the Airbnb. Imagine if they was like, man, I'm going to Airbnb. I'm finna go outside, chill, relax, sit by one of these trees, and these trees talk to you. And that's a real thing. Trees will talk and listen to you. Yeah, man, now it's, yeah. Most parents now are scared. Listen, I am right now, my kids go outside, I'm looking out that window. But we got the camera, Angel got the camera now, but I still, Angel, no, I'm finna go look out the window. I'm gonna look out the door. But it ain't even safe no more. That's why I say, man, when people hit me up, now there's a few people that have I can show y'all the messages. Man, bro, I just want to get out there with you one day, see how it is. Okay, come on, brothers, come on. But when I say, hey man, we go get off the trail and go left or go right, don't question it. Just roll with the punches. Because the goal is to escape the stress. And it could be internal stress. It could be stuff that you're dealing with by yourself. And I get it, y'all. I get it. Everybody, you want to be the popular, cool person. Y'all can have that. Because you know what? The problem that comes with that? You don't get any freedom. Your phone constantly goes off. People want to be around you all the time. And listen, I was just talking to a bro. we'll go chase our vice before we go chase some light. That's why I put that picture up there intentionally, me sitting there watching the sun come up. And some of the videos y'all see, and you'll go back to some of the YouTube videos, you'll see me, I'm watching the sun come up. It's something called sun gazing. It gives you this extra energy. I don't know, it gives you extra, even with the moon, looking at the moon. Extra, when I be out there hammer camping at night, I lay back and I just sit there and I look like just some type of extra energy. It's just something. I don't know how it all works, but it's extra energy. I just get an extra boost of energy every single time. Every morning. There's a big hill right across from us, down a little way, right across from us, that I would climb on top of. And I would sit there and I would just sit and just watch the sun come up right over the horizon, right over this little pond that's over there, and I will watch it come up. And I tell you, it's like everything that's weighing heavy on you just kind of, for a few moments, just fades away. Now tell me if you're going to get that at somebody's club. Nope. By the time you walk at the club, the sun's going to be up, but you're going to be stumbling out the club. I remember I went to a club out there in Miami, right? And, we used to think that Dallas go hard, bro. Dallas, but Dallas clubs normally over. Clubs normally over about 2:00. Everybody's starting to shut it down. Unless you just at one of them little after hour shindigs and you got a little pineapple on your arm, you're around there swinging away. That's your world, right? And club may be over at 5 a.m. But I went out to Miami, man. Club over 8:00, traffic outside. But like I said, when you say what we don't do, I think that's what also gets us in trouble. That also leads us down the wrong path. It really does. It really does, right? And it's something that the HBCUs are doing now. They're starting to put these outdoor events, outdoor living, outdoor survival techniques in their teachings. I am telling you. I'm saying you should look up some of this stuff. And I don't know, y'all are probably not really going to look this stuff up. But there are individuals out here that are doing big things. There's something called Hip Camp. Hip Camp has 11 African-American outdoor leaders who inspire people to go out and do these type of things, y'all. And it kills me when I hear that. I hear it a lot, man. I hear this stuff. It ain't even just with the outdoor stuff, man. There's with all type of things. Like I was watching Sexton sent me a video, and it's one of my military brothers, and he was jumping, he was doing these jumps. He's done over 100 some odd jumps and jump, right? While he's in the service. Right. And then you always hear that, man, bro. Yeah, you'll never catch me doing nothing like that, bro. We don't do that. No, you don't do that. I may not be the one to do that, but other people do that. You know what I mean? Just because you don't do it, don't mean it ain't the thing to do. Now, safety first, safety always. We just watched the young lady jump off the thing. Well, she didn't jump off; they threw her off. But I would check the harnesses of safety and all that type of stuff. But I'm a bit of an extremist. Like my little brother got into rock climbing. Like he would send me videos of him climbing these walls in this building. I'm like, man, bro, okay, a little different. Same way when people like, well, we stuck on the soul food. I'm learning. I'm starting to change a little bit, starting to eat a little better, thanks to Angel. You know what I mean? I was baking it up in the morning, grease in the evening, grease at night, fried and dyed. That's all I want. Black people don't do no healthy stuff. BS. There's a lot of individuals out here that's on the sea moss stuff, out here sunbathing and all type of extra things. So when you say a certain culture of people, a certain type of people don't do something, you just ain't researched it. You just not looked it up. You just haven't. You're just not in that world. So of course the world wouldn't exist. And here's my point. You ever thought about this, right? When you're riding down the road, if y'all big into driving, you're riding down the road and you feel like you're the only person you get this brand new car, yours. Boom, this is mine. Ain't seen nobody with this mug. This is my car. You know what I mean? And when you start driving down the road, all of a sudden you start to see your car everywhere. You start, damn, bro, you taking my idea. Everybody want to be like me. No, nobody want to be like you. Just wasn't looking for it. Once you started to look for it, you started to see it. Like, oh, damn, there's a lot of cars out here that are like mine. There's a lot of cars out here like mine. What's up, baby? You want to start a fire? You taking the matches. She's taking my fire starters. Do you like going outside, Tristan? See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I will say this. Do what you like. I always say this all the time. I might even do a little tattoo of this. Do what you love what you do, right? And if people don't like what you're doing, let them not like it, but also have some facts that educate people about what you're doing, okay? Because there's no point of arguing with somebody that's not going to come with any facts. You arguing for no reason, right? So I do be laughing at some of y'all comments and some of the things y'all be saying to me. Y'all be saying to me about, man, bro, you never used to be like that. I know I should have been like that. I should have been going outside like this. You know what I mean? Outside of doing the military stuff. I probably wouldn't have gotten a lot of trouble that I got into either. Probably wouldn't have gotten a lot of the fights that I got into. I would probably have been too tired to get into fights from wrecking and hiking out in the woods. I'm just saying. Sometimes an escape is what we need. Now, you caught up in that world of we don't do this, you'll never experience life. But we don't be out there traveling. That we don't do none of that, man. I watched my brother. He went out to island. What island was that, Angel? Where did he go? I can't remember where he went. He was really stuck on this eating healthy and it's not so much vegetarian. It ain't vegetarian. It's like all sun cooked food. There's like, you don't use ovens and nothing like that. Everything is sun cooked, right? And he went out and just started sending me stuff back. Like, man, bro, I didn't even know. I didn't know because I wasn't looking for it. I didn't know a lot of us was out here doing this stuff. Didn't know. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't searching for it. So when you say people don't do certain things, lies. You gotta look for it. As at one point in time, you didn't see a lot of us doing the scuba diving. There's a lot of us doing scuba diving, like snorkeling now. There's a lot of us starting to do the skydiving. Like, for real. I watched the video of Trapping Inc. I was watching the video of Trap. He did the skydiving thing. I'm like, oh damn. All right. I didn't know we did that. All right, but don't make it wrong. You don't make it wrong. And once you start researching how many people out here, there's park rangers, explorers, hikers, you start seeing it's like, wow, man, it's just a world you didn't know. There's a lot of things that I may not know, but I'm not here judging individuals about, bro, we don't do that. You know, you got to get away from them individuals. You got to get away from them people. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You got to get away from individuals that think that way because you'll never experience life. Matter of fact, most of us never even leave our neighborhood because that's the whole entire world we think we know. That's all we see, so that's all we know. I never left Texas until I joined the military. That's the truth. I didn't know. My old man would send back. There was a point in time my old man would bring these magazines home. Now, at this time, magazines was like a big thing. Okay, I'm a little up there in age. Not that old. Stop playing with me. But there was these magazines my old man would send back while he was on the road. He would drive on the road for months at a time. He'd be gone doing his thing, riding the road. He got to take care of two families, doing his thing. Riding the road, right? He'll send back these magazines, and these magazines was called the National Geographic magazine, not the YouTube shows, not shows on TV. These are magazines that you had to actually look at and read, and that's like one of my first taste of like, wow, their world is a lot bigger than just Dallas. You know, there's a point. My first time ever getting on a plane was going to the military that I can actually remember. Now, I probably got on a plane while my mom probably got on a plane while she was carrying me or something, but I don't remember that. But I would say my first time actually getting on a plane, flying somewhere Let's join the military. That's a fact. So there's a lot of things that we may not be exposing ourselves to because we're so caught up in what society thinks, what the world thinks, and what's cool at the time. And you continue to follow what's cool, man, you will never learn what things that you could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, it was illegal for us to read. You know that? So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to break the rules. Sometimes you got to go a different way. So you got to go a different route for you to really enjoy life. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. To enjoy life, sometimes you got to do the different thing. Be different. And, you know, it's easy to be different when you do what you like and not doing what's hot and what's cool. Or what they say now, what's trending. You know what I mean? I was kind of amazed when I seen those people climb that was it the Empire State Building, whatever that, you know, the tall building, the lady and the gentleman angel was telling me about the climbing it, you know, and it's like, that's different. I don't think anybody ever thought about that. That is definitely different. Makes me think what other things can be happening, what other things can be done that we may have not thought of or tapped in with. So this idea that we don't, how to say, I say we, but African Americans don't do certain things like outdoors or NASCAR. Shout out Bubba. Bubba's out there killing it right now. You know Bubba Wallace? Bubba Wallace is a black African American NASCAR driver. At one point in time, we wasn't into golf. Yeah, Tiger Woods. Now I'm trusting those people before him, but just naming names that you guys may remember or may know. At one point, we wasn't even in wrestling. There's a lot of things we wasn't included in that we was really good at. Did you not know this, right? Because I didn't know this till I started researching things, right? When I always hear that, here we go. Black people don't do that. I've been to an actual hockey game, and I did not know there was actually a black hockey league. I mean, a real black hockey team, like for real, nice out there hockeying it up. Didn't know that. Blew my mind. What? Because I wasn't looking for it. Once I started looking for it and search for it, started educating myself a little bit more on what's going on out here. Oh, wow. Because a lot of things are covered up. A lot of things are covered up. A lot of things are hidden. You know, we always talk about the richest man in the world, the richest man ever lived. That was Mansa Musa. You look up who Mansa Musa is, right? But there's a lot of people out here doing some things, man, that you will be surprised. You just got to do the research. Don't get caught up in what society say that we don't do, because we do a lot. We do things out of the norm. You know what I mean? Like, look at the traffic light. We didn't even have a traffic light we went for us. And then, like I said, I'm not just going down the path of all the inventors and things like that, but it takes for people to see something different. You know what I mean? You think, well, black people didn't play no guitar. BS. You wouldn't even have a guitar if it wasn't for us. You wouldn't have no banjo. You wouldn't have no banjo if it wasn't for us. Black people don't play guitar. Come on, man. So this idea, I know, and it comes from a lot of younger individuals that don't do any research. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's a lot of distractions out here. There's a lot of distractions out here that keep you away from some of the things that you would be surprised that we do out here, man. Like, seriously, you know. And with that being said, all right, let me say this. All right. The moment that you feed into the moment that you feed into what people say you should do and shouldn't do, I think you're really losing in life. Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's just- you start to lose in life. I don't think you start living until you start experiencing something different. Now let's go a little deeper here, right? Black people don't play rock music. Black people don't do this and black people don't do that. Well, guess what? Your boy that you're watching right now, I played in a full-on rock band. Yeah, I did. I played the drums. Bet you didn't know that. Yeah, I did. Played in a band called Chrome. Every time I hear somebody saying something that I shouldn't do or shouldn't be into, I did it because I was out of rebellion. Oh man, we don't get down to graffiti. What? Shh. I started learning about the history on. I started learning about all the elements of hip hop. I started learning about breakdancing. I started learning about graffiti and how to use cans, different tips. I got in the graffiti crew, played in the rock band, played at my high school, predominantly Mexican school, by the way, be it that. The only thing security guard even knew my name. All you know, that's a Black Rock boy. Yeah. So every time somebody has this idea, they think they know you. They don't know nothing about you. You can't tell me what I can. The last thing you ever want to do is tell me what I can't do or what I shouldn't do, because I'm gonna embarrass you because I probably already did it. If I ain't did it, just probably wasn't for me. There's a lot of stuff that we do out here that you guys will be amazed at. Not just saying for embracing the great outdoors, which I do that as much as I possibly can. One of the greatest feelings I've had just in this past year, right, was having my kids, Trista, Tanner, Taylor. They got out there and I'm talking about, they did the miles with me, like for real. And I filmed it. Now we could have went to the park. We could have did the movie. They going to the movie today. Could have did all these other things, which is cool and great too. But when your kids get involved in what you're doing, and it's not like the normal thing to do, trust me, I don't run into nobody that look like me like that out there too often at all. But I ain't saying that they're not out there. Maybe they're just not at the time I'm out there. I get out there quite early, right? But at the same time, when you get moments like that, I'll turned up. Watching my boys get out there, and if y'all may have not seen it, and I will show you guys this because I was turned up, man. My kids, like I said, you know, it's just something about showing your kids a different world, you know, because I know in school they probably getting shown one thing and all that. That's why I say school is at home. Daycare is the school. You know what I mean? Because when they get home, they get to learn a little bit more than what them books just say. Well, this is the thing. This we need to go by. Well, nah. My dad do this. My mom taught me this. Hell, the school didn't teach my kids how to do some of the stuff they doing now, like Russian, sign language. Angel was showing them that stuff. Well, our kids don't do that. What? Stop playing. I guess our kids a little different. You know what I mean? But I say that I am here to break that barrier. There is a young lady called Cry Wolf. Her name is Cry Wolf out there in the UK. She does heavy metal, pop, rap music. I have to say it that way because it's like all that mixed in one. And she's killing it right now. She's killing it right now in the UK. Killing it right now. And her whole synopsis and her whole thing is people told me I couldn't do this. So that's what made me want to do it even more. You ever notice that when your parents tell you, man, don't do this, don't do that, it makes you want to do it a little, yeah, I'm finna go do that because they told me I shouldn't do it. Yeah. And that's kind of how I was as a kid, as I was growing up. Like, yeah, man, every time somebody tell me I shouldn't do something, I'm finna go do that. I'm not just gonna go do that. I'm finna enjoy that. I'm not finna just enjoy that. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them how really good I am at it. You know what I'm saying? I really, really mean that, right? And like I was saying, I've been doing this for a while, man. I can show you on this channel how I've been doing this for a while, and I go back and look through this stuff, and it's like, yeah, bro, keep going, bro. You got this. It's too easy, too easy. And I keep referring to my kiddos, man. My kiddos making me I mean feel like the greatest person in the world at times, man. Because at times you don't know your kids may watch you and see you doing stuff, but you don't think they really paying attention at times. Man, let me tell you something. They do. They do. They do. They do. They do. And I'm proud of all my babies. I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of each one of them. I'm finna show you guys this video. This is why I enjoy doing what I do. And barring what anybody else may think, say, I don't give a damn, man. My babies is here's my video. I'm pull it up over here. Is my babies really make me go hard, man. And I always say, man, I feel days I be feeling like a second chance father, and I'll break that down in another time. But this is my boy Taylor right here. And I got a video of 10. I got a video of all of them doing their thing. All of them. All of them doing their thing. Right? And it just makes me feel good that they don't have in their mind, well, we gotta be this certain way because we look like this. We gotta do this because this is what we told we're supposed to do. Nah, fuck that. Dude, you know what I mean? Hell nah. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Y'all gonna do what makes y'all feel good. Y'all gonna do what makes you feel like you want to do what you want to do. Period. Damn what anybody else say. Damn what anybody else think. Do what you want to do. Period. Because at the end of the day, my kids will always know I'm gonna love you at the end of the day. Now, I don't always have to agree with everything my kids do. Put that out there right now. But I love you. And I love you so much to show these people that hey, daddy, daddy gonna go hard. Daddy gonna go hard. Let me show y'all this, man. And because it's very important. This is very important. Not just important to me, but it's important for people to see how much, and I'm moving this around. I want y'all to really see it. How much your kids learn and watch from you. And this is on our family channel. All right. So check this out. My boys is always on something. Yep. I'm gonna hike the red trail. All right, he's got his stick today. They got their own little stakes while I'm out here doing this thing. Think it's a secret hole?
Yes.
How's it a secret hole? Okay, you ready? Let's do it. Mm-hmm.
You don't go for it. I love your dad.
Okay, what we finna do? We finna hike here? The sister loop?
Start sister loop.
All right. And we're at Sister Grove Park, huh? Yeah, how are we gonna tell them? Like and subscribe? Like and subscribe. That's my babies, man. And look, here's Tanner. And we roll into it. You ready? And see, that's what I talk about, having my kids involved.
Okay.
Come on. All right, I see you, man. Awesome. All right. Okay, let me throw the waters in the brush.
Wait, you forgot.
No, I'm throwing the water in the rucksack. I got you. Awesome. Got it? You gonna lean the stick over there? You gonna lean Moses over there? There we go. Daddy's gonna stuff the bags. And the water's in here. So we need a little water. This is what I'll be talking about, man. My kids have a blast. Because I'm not putting that thing in their mind saying they're not allowed to do certain things. Y'all not able to do these things, you know. And I'll never do that. Yeah, whatever they get into, whatever they want to do, and I don't care what you look like, son, daughter. You can do what you want to do. You can build what you want to build. You can be who you want to be. I don't gotta agree with it all the time, but I'm gonna love you at the end of the day. And I want you to win in everything and any and everything that you do. And you want to experience the outdoors like your old man, let's do it. You want to tap into some of these other things out here, bet. Let me learn about it, and then let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a parent at the end of the day, right? But I will encourage people to don't be nervous about doing something different. Get out of this idea that you got to be this thing that people say you got to be. Yeah, okay, you may be. That's one. You know what? That's one thing I do like about Angel. I will say this shit about Angel. Okay. She can listen. She carries herself like really well, right? When it comes to talking to people, you talk to Angel, and the first time you talked to her on the phone, or something like that, you wouldn't even know she was from the Clips. You wouldn't even know she was no Clip. You would probably wouldn't even know she was from Dallas at all. But she can tell you some of the most hooded spots around around the way. This is facts. She don't like that idea of, man, I'm this black girl, so and I'm from this side of town, so I gotta act this certain way. Nah, nah, she don't even got. I don't even think she got that in her soul. Now she can wreck shop. Don't get it twisted. We was watching a movie yesterday, and it's called Obsession. It's dope. It's a dope movie. We should do a real sit down review on that. That was a good movie. All right. Sometimes we ask for things we want, and sometimes some things ain't what you really want. It's an awesome movie. You ain't seen it? Go check it out. But embracing the outdoors, man, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. We've been out here. You may not see it on social media that much because you're not really looking for it, or maybe you're just not into it. There's a lot of things that our people do, have done, been doing, and you just haven't really looked into it. So when you guys joke, and I know they're jokes and laughs and make little jokes, that's cool. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get out here and laugh at myself. I've stumbled and fell and learned some things along the way while I was out here doing these things. But at the same time, you cannot allow society and people's lower mind frames and lower vibrations to hinder you in this box to where you're not able to experience life the way you should be able to experience it. You know? I would hate that. I would hate that for people. I think about that. I really think about that. Some people that have been caged at home, like really caged at home, never really got to experience the world. And when you first get your taste of the world, it's like, oh my God, there's so much to do, and I never got to do any other stuff. Now you're going out on the haywire, going super crazy because you never got to experience it. Crazy. It's the same way when people take these trips across the world. You don't know anything about these other cultures. Man, well, you should see what some Iraqi people are able to do. You should see what they mechanics are able to do with a couple of water bottles, some tape, and a little spirit and hope. I've seen some things, man. So you gotta really get this in your cranium, in your skull, in your heart, and your mind. And why would people call me right now? Why? And I'm not answering, bro. I'm live. So why would anybody, anybody get in their mind? yeah. She really we both from there. I'm from the Mexican side, she from the black side. All right. And this is what I'll never put on my kids, bro, where you gotta be this thing. Right. You ain't never experienced the world. I feel sorry for you. Please, please, please do yourself a favor. Learn about other cultures. Learn, and that's how the Olympics and all these other people get in so much trouble when they go overseas, man. They don't study the culture. They don't learn the laws. They don't learn about how these other places are. You know what I mean? Do you know you go over to Iraq and you raise your foot up the bottom, you show the bottom of your foot to they people? That's almost like flicking somebody off or spitting at somebody in their face. Do you know as a man, you are not allowed to talk face to face to the woman. You have to talk to the youngest male in the household, no matter what age they are. Craziness. Yeah, man. If you haven't already, man, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share this with a friend and people that need to hear this type of information. I've got a specific type of audience, man. Most of the people that watch my content, they have survived, some they have observed. You know what I mean? I'm learning my audience so well now. At the same time, make sure you tap in with Jim's IT Publishing. You're into getting some promotion. You need to get your books out. You need information on how to properly structure your business. He's the man to go to. You know what I mean? You're looking for a comedian. He got a badass one right now. You might want to tap in with him too. You know, you want to experience something different in life, tap in with Jim's IT Publishing. At the same time, make sure you lock in with Freeway Workers LLC. You can go and watch some of the reboot shows right on there. Primetime Network, man. So there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of individuals doing their thing out here. Angels out here blowing it up, doing her thing. Here next few days, you'll see her drop another book. Her birthday's coming up, y'all. FY is the 16th. So I'm excited for her. Her and Trista, they're preparing to go take a journey in on a trip to go do their thing. I've been telling you, want me to ride with you? And go, no, this is my peace time. I don't want you to go. And that's just how we roll over here. That's cool though, man. But listen, stay inspired, man. Tap in the world. Learn something about some of the other cultures. Also do some more research on your people. I have to do more research on my people almost every other day. I like learning stuff. You know, you may not be into history or learning things about people, but I do because I never want to be the one caught up like, I didn't know we did that. Anyways, man, it's your boy Inside, man. It's been another great episode, another great show. Make sure you guys tap in with everybody that we've been talking about, everybody that we locked in with. And right now, I'm finna go have me a little break, eat. I'm getting back working on this painting. I got some other reels to drop. With that being said, you guys have an amazing day. Remember, always, 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 it is a great day to be alive.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you.
Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, Comedian JB, the real J Braswell, Comedian J Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
It's about that time we decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down, man. Trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, what the boss is talking.
Are you Patriot Business Finance Consultants?
Yeah, I'm Patriot Business Finance Consultants. Why? Everything okay?
Are you working with John Smith of Smith's Construction?
Well, yeah, I'm working with John Smith of Smith's Construction. I'm trying to arrange the best possible financing for what he's trying to get accomplished. The best deal structure, the best term, and the best rates.
That ain't gonna work for me. I'm getting the deal.
Wait a minute! Even if packages and rates and the deal structure and everything else is better for the customer, you still want the deal?
Deal structure and rates don't matter. And none of that matters.
Getting the customer the better deal doesn't matter to you?
Stop! You can have the deal. Ugh.
Hey man, I saw what happened. Are you all right?
Yeah, thanks for checking on me. I'm Paul.
I'm Chad.
I'm Paul from Patriot Business Finance Consultants. We're just trying to get the best financing package arranged for our clients. We will fight for you. 844-742-1776. Call us. Check out our website, www.patriotbfc.com.
Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.